Are you a certified cheapskate, a modern-day Scrooge? Or are you frugal in a smart, reasonable way that doesn't reflect badly on you or cause those around you some pain? These two classifications differ greatly. With careful introspection, you can learn which side you're on and go from there. But this is not just a quiz or a game to find your fun profile. Penny pinching, or being a cheap person, can be painful for friends and family and also for you. In today's video, we will be showing you signs you have a cheap life. Without further ado, let's begin. Letting DIY turn into BIY. Break it yourself. Unless you're an expert, taking the DIY route on repairs can be a sign you are cheap. These fixes are often bad and flimsy, leaving you with leakier pipes or unsafe wiring. Reputable professionals may charge a lot but will stand by their work. For example, if you go the cheap way and try to fix a car problem by watching a YouTube video before taking a road trip, you could find yourself paying dearly for it. Sneaking refreshments into movies. Some people do bring their own snacks due to health reasons, but if you have to sneak something in undercover, it's probably dishonest. Do you feel guilty spending $7 on a small pack of candy? Yes, it's cheaper elsewhere, but going to the movies is a little splurge, and the treats are part of the fun. It's also partly how the theaters stay in business. While many movie theaters allow patrons to enter with their own beverages, that doesn't mean you should bring all your buffs and not spend a penny on refreshments. Hoarding at home. Many people hoard because they don't want to part with things that might be valuable. But how many samples of shampoos and makeup, t-shirts, skeins of yarn, in case you take up knitting, Christmas ornaments, and reusable water bottles can you keep? Letting go can be freeing, and it feels even better if you donate items to charities that will sell them and give them a second life. Stockpiling condiments. The 2021 pandemic drive ketchup shortage led to people selling Heinz packets on eBay for a profit. But it's cheap behavior to squirrel bagfuls away in your cabinet. Will you ever use them? The same holds true for sugar, soy sauce, and salt and pepper packets. Snagging them for free and hoarding them can be a sign you are a cheapskate. Reusing paper goods. Some people save paper cups that still look pretty clean and recycle soiled paper towels for another chore. But that's a cheapskate way of living that likely doesn't save you much. Better to buy recycled paper products to help save energy, water, and trees. Get dishwasher-safe, reusable party plates. They are sturdy enough to hold large pizza slices and the like. Doing only free activities. Free activities are wonderful and a part of a smart, frugal lifestyle. But cheapskates take this to extremes and only want to go somewhere if it doesn't cost money. This limits their plans accordingly. For instance, if you only go to the beach after 5 p.m., when there are no entrance fees, you will never experience a classic sunny day. Plus, there probably aren't any lifeguards on duty. In life, balance is best. There's no sense in being miserly versus having fun and staying safe. Being nosy about other people's money. Cheapskates dwell on what other people spend, gossiping about or criticizing their purchases, such as a designer handbag or resort vacation. But maybe the buyer is a frugal person who has a solid money mindset and saved for a year to afford those nice things. Frugal does not mean cheap, and judging others' spending can say more about your own financial habits than theirs. Quick money tip. Typically, checking accounts don't earn interest. However, some accounts will pay you a bit and help your money grow. Always snagging leftovers. It's one thing to take home the restaurant meal you couldn't finish, but another to make off with the leftover shrimp at a friend's party. If the host invites you to take some food, great, but don't push it. You are a guest after all. It's also a classic cheapskate move to take back anything you brought that wasn't entirely devoured. If you brought 2 bottles of wine and only one was opened, the other one stays put, as a gift to your host for welcoming guests. Saving almost spoiled food. Many people look for ways to save money on food, but safety comes first. No matter how expensive the deli meat was, if it's past the date that tells you it's safe to consume, throw it out. That's a risk we take when we buy food, from fresh produce to chicken. Use it or lose it. If yogurt or cheese grows a layer of mold, out it goes. Only an ultra-cheap person would cling to it, eat it, and risk their health. regifting thoughtlessly. It's okay to pass along with honesty. A gift you cannot use or that doesn't suit your needs, such as a pound of Rocky Road fudge when you're avoiding sugar or a sweater that's not your color. But it's hurtful to wrap up something you have around, like an extra college sweatshirt or a set of mugs, and pass them off to a friend or relative as a new gift. That's just plain cheap. Buying cheap quality. If you buy cheaply made clothing, it will likely fray, fade, and fall apart way before good quality items do. Same with ultra-low-priced bedding and towels. Likewise, if you invest in a good pair of shoes, they will stand up to new heels, soles, and repeated polishing. A cheap pair won't go the distance. Keep in mind that the same holds true with household purchases. Cookware with a rock-bottom price tag is likely to disappoint you, and the same may hold true with furnishings. Depriving others while you amass money. Another sign you are a cheapskate can be that you are totally focused on your own wealth management and never help others. Maybe a miser could make a payment to help a cousin or niece with heavy student loan debt. That kind of money magic fills the heart of the giver and the recipient. Being selfishly cheap just leaves you with a heart tightened like a fist. Haggling over every transaction. Bargaining non-stop can make everyone uncomfortable except the cheapskate, the salesperson, other customers, and especially the cheapskate's friends and family who are present may want to vanish. There are times and places when haggling is appropriate and can improve your financial life. Overstepping those boundaries can be a sign you are a cheapskate. Helping yourself to office supplies. It's one thing to take a pad personalized with your name or a paperweight that was a gift from the boss, but it's another to stock your home office or a kid's back-to-school list from the office supply closet. Just don't. It's very into stealing. The same goes for taking condiments and coffee supplies from the staff break room, or raiding the bathroom for toilet paper so you don't have to buy any. Being a bad tipper. This may be the most obvious and most common sign of a cheapskate. They look for any reason to reduce the gratuity after a meal, from too few sugar packets on the table to the entree arriving too quickly or too slowly. Waiters and waitresses often manage many tables and make a low hourly wage. They count on tips to bring up their earnings. If the food and/or service is awful, it makes sense that the tip would reflect that. But for a typical meal with perhaps a tiny glitch, not leaving a tip could be a giveaway that someone is a miser. So guys, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. For more interesting content, give this video a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more awesome content. Have a nice day, and I will see you in the next video.